What I want to do is kind of share my story so you guys can see that you don't have to be anything special to make this thing work. When I first heard about this, I was looking for something different, but I didn't really know it at the time. I was taking 18 credits of pre-med classes, 2 labs, playing basketball, and working part-time in the snack bar on campus. So I definitely did not have enough time, and I definitely did not have enough money. And the only way I could make more money was to take time away from other parts of my life, like basketball, social life, schoolwork, and work more hours. And to be honest, I didn't really like my job that much anyways. So when this fell into my lap, it was pretty perfect timing. And the way I heard about this was completely different than the way you guys were. There was no credible speakers, there was no company paid for cars outside, a room packed full of people. It was simply this guy right here called me up and said he had something that I might be interested in. And to be honest, I was pretty reluctant. I kind of knew about what he was doing, but I had no idea what it actually was. But I trust, liked, and respected him enough to actually hear him out, so I jumped on a Skype call. And this is what he told me. He said, we're networking a product to the most socially connected generation ever walked this planet that we already spend money on, and we get paid to consume it in the worst economy since the Great Depression. All right, I'll say that slow. I was absolutely mind blown. He said this. He said, we're networking a product, something we already spend money on. We got iced tea, we got energy drinks, we already spend money on Rockstar, 5-Hour Energy, Monster, Gatorade, stuff like that, coffee, and to the most socially connected generation ever walked the planet. You never catch me without my iPhone in my pocket, or usually it's in my hand. If you lose this thing for an hour, you're absolutely freaking out. All right, we're the most socially connected generation ever walked the planet, and we get paid to consume this drink and share it with our friends and family in the worst economy since the Great Depression. Like, that's pretty powerful stuff. So when he said that to me, I kind of moved past that skepticism, and especially when I saw some kids, making this thing work. All the skepticism was gone, and I jumped on board. So long story short, I ordered my affiliate pack and went through my Facebook and went through my phone book and thought about which of my friends wanted to be healthier and which of my friends would like to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. And to be honest, as a college kid, every single person that I came in contact with on a day-to-day basis fell into one of those two categories. Whether it's someone who's trying to lose that last 10, 15 pounds, or maybe more, like 50 or 75 pounds, or college kids, $500 to $1,000 a month would absolutely change somebody's life. That's rent money, that's going back towards school, paying for books, all that stuff, while being able to focus on the other things in their life, like school, like social life, like sports if you're an athlete. But guys, what I'll just kind of get into, why this was so appealing to me is because I took a look at what's going on in the economy. And the fact of the matter is 53.6% of college graduates from last year are either unemployed or underemployed, meaning they don't have a job or they're stuck working a job that they were qualified to work in high school. All right, so I'm sure a lot of you guys can attest to that. You see your friends working at Jimmy John's or Papa John's in the summer or something like that. That's what people are getting stuck with. But regardless or not, if you get this job, you still have to pay back those student loans. So we've kind of developed a system where in 4 years you can go from zero, and doing this on a consistent basis, you can create a $50,000 to $60,000 a year income, while going to school without changing your entire life, without changing your entire schedule. This is something that fits in your lifestyle. But guys, what we're working with is some awesome products. It started in 2004 down in Scottsdale, Arizona, with just this, a 2-ounce liquid antioxidant. It's the most powerful, liquid nutrition on the market, in my opinion. And what they did from there, since that was just a liquid antioxidant, it was naturally guided towards an adult demographic. I'm not calling Evan over here like, hey man, you take your multivitamins this morning. It's just something that us kids aren't getting excited about. But what they did is they looked at the energy drink market, which is about $12.5 billion last year, and they took the idea of like a Red Bull, poured out all the crap, all this artificial sweeteners and synthetics, and poured this, into it, and created the first healthy energy drink, which is Verb. All right, so we have some awesome products that don't want to mess up the display. Stuff that we already spend money on, stuff that applies to our demographic. And then they looked at another one of the mega trends in the world, and that's weight loss. You could probably think of 5 people in the next 10 seconds that need to lose some weight or trying to lose some weight, want to get in shape. We have Chris and Heidi Powell that designed our weight loss line there, an Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition. And just phenomenal products. They've won all sorts of awards. And we also have an iced coffee. But you guys got to understand that there's really just one product, and it's this right here. This is it. VIMA stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe. And all they did is take this and put it into different delivery systems, and you just have to choose one that fits in your lifestyle. But that's really all I'm going to say. I'll let Evan kind of get into the industry and really what it is that we do. But real quick, Evan SHULTZ here. If it weren't for him, none of the people in this room, none of the people like in the state of Michigan would be doing this business. This kid brought it from school. I'll let him share his story. But this kid's an absolute beast. Just picked up 2014 C300 that's parked out in the driveway. Really excited for that. And just grateful to call this kid one of my best friends.
I don't know if anybody just saw that. It was kind of a natural reaction to smack him on the butt. We used to play the basketball team back in high school, but it's a good game, man.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, excited to be here. Another hard day in the office, as you can see. But guys, just really, stoked to share this experience and this opportunity with everybody. Because, like Aaron was saying, this isn't the same opportunity that we had, 2.5, 3 years ago when I first got this thing started. I remember I used to go to YouTube and type in Vima, and there would be no videos. Now if you go to YouTube and type in Vima, you couldn't sit there all week and watch them all. Okay, so like literally, just getting started back when I got started 2.5 years ago, and this was really our only product that we had, along with the multivitamin. So it was much harder to get this thing going. People were like, first of all, healthy energy drinks, not possible, get out of here. Secondly, it's kind of hit or miss. It was only one flavor. Either you liked it or you didn't. But in today's not to mention, we didn't have any proof. We didn't have any young success stories, people that were already making it happen. Now you guys get to sit here and just kind of look up at, all the people that are speaking and just be like, wow, those guys were really nothing special. If they can do it with a little time and effort and their help, I bet I could do it too. That's what you guys should be seeing right now. And to me, I just had to question it logically until I kind of put all the puzzle pieces together. And once I put all the puzzle pieces together, it made one really pretty picture. And really just made sense. But what really caught my attention was what was possible with this. Not what's guaranteed, but if you put in the time, effort, and energy, what's possible with it. And that really sparked my attention when I was down in Arizona. I went out to school at Northern Arizona University. And my first event was much different than your guys's. All right, there was a 60 and a 65-year-old man sharing the story and sharing the product with me, showing me the numbers, and it made sense. I liked the taste of the product. Liked that I got all my vitamins and minerals inside of it, because I think most of us can agree we don't usually get that every single day. Even the ones that are eating healthy, we're not getting everything that we need. So I enjoyed that, and they shared some testimonials with me, whatever. I understood the product worked, but I just kind of figured it was just for old people. Old people were presenting it to me, and I was the only young person there. So for me, it was like, cool concept, guys, good luck. Then my brother ended up getting involved with it, and he was in the personal trainer scene, so he was a little more health conscious than I was. But he really opened my eyes up to health consciousness, guys. Because especially, the younger crowd here, guys, take a look at what we're spending money on what we're eating every day. It's, Burger King, $5 hot and ready's, Taco Bell, the Tyson frozen chickens or the microwave pizzas, whatever. It's garbage. It really is garbage, you guys. And for me, if you're anything like me, man, I grew up on chicken nuggets, Cheez-Its, and Gushers. Ask Aaron. Okay, so I got on board as a customer. He showed me the clinical studies of the product. That it reduces inflammation. 1 Verve a day for 30 days will cut your inflammation down by over 24%, clinically proven. So we're having people that have great results that are on arthritis, or maybe just have inflammation, tendonitis in any of their joints because they're athletes or whatever. But what really just got me is when I just became a customer. I was a customer for 9 months just ordering a case of this. All right, and it wasn't like I was spending all this extra money, because I kind of looked at what I was already spending dollars on. $2.50 for Gatorade at the gas station, $4 or $5 at Starbucks for a cup of coffee. Another dollar on the Arizona iced teas here and there, $1.50, $2 at Subway for another drink. And I just kind of stopped spending money in those areas and realized that I had all this extra money to put on a healthier alternative. That's when I had an opportunity to go down to Phoenix. I was up in Flagstaff, Arizona, went down to Phoenix and went to the Phoenix Suns Arena. Who's familiar with the NBA team, the Suns? Okay. So Verve is actually the official wellness product of the Phoenix Suns. And what blew my mind was they actually had like a 500-person Verve nightclub in the arena. So I got a free ticket up to a game. Lori's going down there. She's actually getting an all-expense paid-for trip by the company. Congratulations. How exciting is that? Yeah, definitely give a round of applause for that. But had an opportunity to go check that out. 500 people up there in the Verve Lounge watching the game, socializing, just getting to know one another. Went up to the bar and they're serving like Verve teenies and Verve vodkas. And I was like, okay, they're trying to have some fun with this too. I like that. But guys, none of that is what sold me. It was the social proof. Just what I was talking about earlier, man. I saw normal, average kids that had what I wanted. Some of these kids were making more money a month than I was making in my entire life, than I had made in my entire life. Okay, and so that's really what opened my mind, and that's when I started asking questions. And my number one skepticism was, if this is real, how does this company afford to pay you idiots this amount of money? Excuse me, but they were normal, average college students. I was like, man, where's this money coming from? And they broke it down for me very simply, guys. Red Bull, all right, we all know who Red Bull is, spent $2 billion last year on advertising. All right, $2 billion. Okay, but what was it on? Red Bull gives you wings commercials, all right, TV, other TV ads, print ads, and stunts and sponsorships. And guys, when you saw the guy for Red Bull do the highest skydive from outer space, did it make you go buy a Red Bull? No. When you see Shaun White do a double backflip on a half pipe on his snowboard with a Red Bull on your sticker, or a Red Bull sticker on his helmet, does it make you want to go buy a Red Bull? No, it makes me want to get a snowboard, right? So guys, they're spending all these dollars on advertising. When the TV commercial comes on, what do, man? I flip the channel, I get my phone out, or, get on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, my laptop, anything else other than actually paying attention to the commercial, right? So our CEO kind of took a step back and realized, why would I spend half my money on avenues of advertisement that people aren't even paying attention to? That just doesn't make sense. That's just a bad business move. But who do we listen to? Mostly, I'd say our friends, our family members, our peers, people we like, trust, and respect. And actually a study came out that said 92% of people would rather listen about a product or a service from a peer rather than from the company that's trying to sell them something. Okay, and that made so much sense to me because consumers are going to listen to other consumers. When I come to South Lyon and I'm hungry, I'm like, oh Lord, what's the best place to eat around here? Okay, when I bring my business to that restaurant, even though she's the one that brought me there, she doesn't get paid for that. That's all that Vima is, you guys. I love these products. If you give these products a chance, I guarantee you will love them too. Not only the taste of them, man, but after an extended period of time, the way they make you feel. Okay? So I genuinely love these products, and I get paid to see a kid drinking a Red Bull and say, yo, dude, just try this one instead. Check out the back, man. It's so good for you. And he tries it and he likes it every time. And we're just like, yeah, man, well, what would you say if I could show you how to earn that for free? Or what would you say if I could even show you how to pay your rent with that can? People are going to start opening their eyes to what's going on over here, especially as we have more and more success stories going on. Okay, guys, so here in Southeast Michigan, not as much it's not really even started out here yet. Okay, you guys should come see what's happening up at MSU, and we still say that it hasn't even started. Okay, up at our school, we have 17 or 18 kids that have earned a brand new car from the company, and others on top of that are just using that money as a college tuition bonus instead. So this thing is changing the game for a lot of people, but only the people that open their minds and open their eyes to really see what's going on are gonna get the benefits from this. Okay, so it's a new idea, all right, but it's really, really happening. And I think you guys, our results are really starting to speak for themselves as you start to see these kids, make an extra $1,000 a month, make an extra couple thousand a month. There's 4 students up at Michigan State University, students that are making $100,000 a year, you guys. And I'm not up here to guarantee you that's what you're gonna make. Those results aren't typical, but those results are possible. All right, and to me, I think to most of us, the jobs and opportunities we have in our lives right now, those results aren't even possible. So this, for a lot of people, you guys, can be the light at the end of the tunnel. A lot of people don't see any hope. They're on that treadmill where they get paid on Friday, but then they got bills and they want to book a vacation or save some money here, and then they get another parking ticket or whatever, and by Sunday they're out of money again. Okay, so this isn't to bash on anybody. This isn't to bash on any corporate job or anything at all, but just to say, dude, I bet you an extra $500 to $1,000 a month would change your life right now. And the crazy thing about it is, if you want to make more than that, you just got to help your team make the $500 and $1,000 a month. So it's the coolest thing ever, man. The more people that you help, the more money that you make. okay? And to me, that's the perfect business, because you check out any other business out there, you guys, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, right? If Aaron and I both, or if I own a McDonald's and Aaron's trying to move into my same hometown and open up a McDonald's, am I going to teach him how to be successful? No, he's stealing business from me, right? But in this, you guys, I taught everything. I taught Aaron everything I know, and he teaches me too. And now, you know, we're both getting great results from it, guys. So it's been nothing short of phenomenal. The cool trips you get to go on, you know, the cool cars, the recognition is awesome, guys. But the ability to affect thousands of people's lives, I think, is the most fulfilling part of this business. Okay, because for me, you guys, I started this 3 years ago almost in Arizona, and it was me drinking this one can. Actually, it didn't look like it's not any of those cans, but I was me in one of these cans in my dorm room wondering how the heck am I going to get people all across the country, all across the world starting to drink this stuff. And it's crazy because it starts with one person at a time, right? I got a few friends on board. I helped them get a few friends on board. You know, we all went out and got our customers. You know, we do a customer blitz so we can help you earn your product for free. So then you don't even have to put any more money into this. You get free product and you own a business that every dollar you make, you get to keep, right? So I started sharing the products. I started sharing the opportunity, you guys, and I've gotten like 10 people involved in the business. Nothing crazy, okay? I bet you guys can all go through your Facebooks, go through your phone books, and find 10 people that would be open to an idea of an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, okay? So I found 10 people, and I helped them each find 5 or 10. And that was so simple because, yeah, Aaron and I knew all the same people from high school, but I went to school out in Arizona, and he went to school down in Ann Arbor. You know, we're meeting new people every single day, and his list and his cell phone and his contacts on Facebook are all different than mine. You know, so all of us, you know, we don't need to set out to build this huge organization, but if I can build a small business, and if I can help my people build their own small businesses, it's going to turn into something pretty dang big, okay? So 10 people deep, you guys, I got 10 involved. We helped them get 5 or 10, we helped them get 5 or 10. And over almost 3 years now, we've turned it into almost 5,000 customers and affiliates in 30 different countries across the world. So it's crazy to see that, like, one can, one person, one idea, 5,000 people in 30 different countries. And if we can go 1 to 5,000 in 3 years, what are we going to do from 5,000 and on in the next 3 years, you guys? It's going to be nuts. Okay, and I'm telling you, man, this thing only gets easier and easier because we're never going to get worse at this. All right, this is the worst presentation you're going to see from here on out. Literally. We're only going to be making more money. Like, there's only going to be more success stories. There's only going to be more products. Like, I can't even explain to you guys how this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay? Last thing I want to talk about before I close this thing up is this entire industry. Because Vima's not the only company out there that does it. We just believe it's the best, okay? And especially because the timing, right? Because in real estate, you know, they always say location, location, location if you want to make a lot of money. But in business, it's timing. You got to be in the right place at the right time with the right people. Okay, with the right people, you guys, I think we all know in business it starts from the top down. Our CEO just won Executive of the Year at the American Business Awards this year. Okay, going up against CEOs of Coca-Cola, Gatorade, you know, all these big name companies, and he won Executive of the Year. That's an award that Steve Jobs for Apple won 4 years ago. Okay, so we're starting to get some real recognition. You know, right people, right place. You guys, this team literally has the best retention rate. Like, nobody quits on this team in my entire business. All right, and that's crazy because my business, probably 35% retention rate. This team, like 95% retention rate. So you guys are in the right hands with this group. I can't tell you enough. But right time, most importantly, you guys. Okay, we've seen companies like Avon Lotions and Makeup. We've seen companies like Mary Kay. We've seen companies like Amway. They own the Orlando Magic. You know, Rich DeVos out of Grand Rapids. Every building, basically, you know, the hospital, all the buildings in Grand Rapids say DeVos on it because that company did $11 billion last year. Okay, so these companies are like bigger than the entire NBA, bigger than the entire NFL, meaning like they could write LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and Kevin Durant's checks. Like that big. Okay, so these companies get enormous, but you don't want to join a company that's already there. Okay, because the way these go is they start with the foundation stage. all right, where people think it's too good to be true. I think we got through that part, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have no proof of success, and it's much harder to get people to see the vision. And then you hit what's called momentum. All right, momentum's when people are starting to earn their cars. People are starting to make a really good income. You know, and some success stories that you almost wouldn't even believe, people start to hop on really fast. Okay, that's where we're at right now. In a good company, that's 20 to 30 years momentum. Okay, and then they kind of plateau. Okay, so those other companies that I named are pretty much, you know, plateauing. Not to say that they're not a good opportunity, but your chance to like really make a big income, it's gone by now. Okay, but Vima just got through its foundation stage. We're rolling into momentum for the next 20, 30 years, you guys. And I'm telling you, if you partner up with us, it's going to be one heck of a ride. Okay, because when I joined in 2011, we finished that year at $72 million in sales. Okay, so to the average Joe, that's a huge company. But to compare it to $1 billion company, you know, Amway's 10 miles off the ground, and we're 2 feet off the ground. You know, so the next year is when this kind of got exposed to the young demographic, and that was exciting for both, you know, the older people and the younger people, because we are the ones that are the most social, right? We were born with the internet. We were born with these networking devices, and it's great for the adults too, because we're on the same team. So whatever we do benefits them. Not to mention they hold us accountable. They keep us, make us a little more responsible. And it makes it a little bit more professional having a mixture of young and older people, I think. Not to mention, we just love you, Laurie. I remember the day Jamie met you. He's like, we have a new mom in Vima. And I was like, yes. He's like, no, literally, she's going to take care of us. So it's been nothing short of phenomenal, guys. But we went from 72 million to 117 million in 1 year. All right, we grew by like 60%, 60% or something. And then the following year, things really got interesting, you guys. We went from 117 million, and we almost doubled to 221 million. Okay? And like I said, the way this works is they take 50 cents out of every dollar, and they pay it back out to us. So this thing did 221 million. That means they paid out 110 million. All right? They don't care who they pay it to. They pay it to people that get the results. Okay? How's it going, guys? So, guys, this has never been more exciting. All right, $221 million last year. We're going to the billions in the next couple years. And if you know anything from an investment standpoint, you want to get involved in a company when they're growing at 89% growth every year. All right, that is just unheard of, right? And especially in a company that we get paid to expand it. That's the kind of company you want to be involved in while it's growing, right? So guys, in closing, nobody's here to push, pressure, or sell you on anything. All right, we're here because, or you were invited here because somebody saw something in you. All right, maybe they saw a need, a desire, or a character trait in you that they thought you would be perfect for this business, or this business would be perfect for you. All right, listen, we don't tell people to join this business and make the biggest list of chumps they can to invite them to hear about this. Literally. We tell everybody, you know, make a list of champions, make a list of people that you think are going to be successful in this. So nobody brought you here thinking that you were going to be unsuccessful. Okay, guys, and it can be intimidating at the beginning. You can seem like a little bit much, but I want you guys to know that we are literally in this thing together. Okay, our business only grows by helping you guys' business grow as well. Okay, and we are going to teach you everything that we learned the hard way, so you can learn it the easy way. All right, you can know what's coming and know how to avoid it before it ever even happens. Okay, but with that, you guys, we appreciate you all for coming out. We're going to kind of move into a question and answer period, kind of just mingle with all the people. Who's been in Vima for longer than a year? Okay. If you have any questions whatsoever, come to one of those people. Maybe see why they're doing the business. See where they see this thing going. Any other questions, anything else, you guys can be answered by one of those people.